In our society, it is murder.
In our society, it is murder.
Psychologically, to deprive a man of a job or his income.
You are in substance saying to that man
that he has no right to exist.
You are in a real way
depriving him of
life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Denying, in his case,
the very creed of his society. The emergency we now face is economic, and it is a desperate and worsening situation.
I'm standing here this morning with 600 employees of Nabisco that's fighting to save their jobs. Mondelēz and their corporate greed has decided to cut 600 jobs and move these jobs to Salinas, Mexico.
In May of last year, Mondelēz called us into a meeting right here in the Chicago bakery and announced a $130 million investment in 4 new ovens that will either be put into Mexico or into the Chicago bakery. But in order to consider putting in the Chicago bakery, they had to have $46 million in concessions and perpetuity from the 600 employees that work there. Meaning that these hardworking middle-class people would have to sacrifice 60% of their wages and benefits on a permanent basis year after year for the privilege of making Oreos, Chips Ahoy, and Ritz here in America. I don't know anyone who could support a family if 60% of their pay is cut today.
Save our jobs! Save our jobs! Save our jobs!
At the same time, in stark contrast, CEO Irene Rosenfeld has averaged over $20 million in annual compensation, earning over $165 million in the last 8 years.
Mondelēz wants to send all of these jobs to Mexico, ignoring the fact that in order to have a consumer-based society in this country, you have to be consumers. And what about those workers that live around this plant, in this neighborhood, that need jobs more than anybody else? What about them? How are they going to go to the store? How are they going to be able to provide an income for their family? What are they going to do to support their children? Is that what we really want? Is that what we want in this country?
The required public assistance provided to those left unemployed will cost the city and state additional tens of millions of dollars.
Job eliminations will negatively impact the largest population of minority workers or people of color and those over age 40.
In recent years, we've lost more than 300,000 manufacturing jobs. If we work together, Illinois can be both compassionate and competitive.
Come on, Governor Rauner, this is your opportunity to prove your pledge of being more compassionate and more competitive.
I have worked in every department there is in that plant. My son is 16. He wants to go to college. If we lose all these jobs, he may not get that opportunity. It's going to be uncertain, really, to be able to help him out.
My grandmother worked here.
My late great-grandmother and uncle.
My mother worked here.
My mom retired from here with 42 years.
My brother and now me.
I have 35 years service with Mondelēz. I worked with sanitation. We used to have like 400-some people. We then cut down to 2 people per shift. I just don't think that it's fair.
If I lose this job at my age today, what will I do? I'm a mixing expert. That's what I've been doing all my life. I don't know if I can survive. I've been doing this for 38 years. The impact of that, I can't answer that.
Mondelēz makes $30 to $40 billion in revenue, and they keep billions of dollars in profit.
Please join us.
Please.
So please join us at fightforamericanjobs.org.
Nabisco wants Americans to buy Oreos, Ritz crackers, Chips Ahoy, but they aren't interested in investing in Americans to make them. Nabisco wants to box up our decades of experience and use it to exploit the good people of Mexico. In Illinois alone, offshoring of jobs has eliminated over $20 billion from the state's economy. Nabisco received $90 million in taxpayer subsidies in 1993. Join us at fightforamericanjobs.org.